Uh, a very good morning, a very warm welcome to everyone. Hope you all are taking good care of yourself and your family in this COVID-19 pandemic. On behalf of A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute, I, Mr. G.M. Kulkarni, delighted to welcome you all for the 1 week online AICT IST sponsored induction program on research paper writing and intellectual property rights. For this inauguration function, we have a guest of honor, Colonel B. Venkat sir, the Director of Faculty Development Cell, AICT New Delhi, Honorable Dr. P. K. Desai sir, the President of IST New Delhi, Honorable President of Shanti Education Society, Sri A.G. Patil sir, Secretary of Shanti Education Society, Sri S.A. Patil sir, Coordinator of this event and Principal of Polytechnic, Dr. M. A. Chaugule sir, Vice Principal Sri J.M. Jaketia sir, my colleagues and dear participants. We all are aware about the importance of research and intellectual property rights in the era of technology. In this new era, for making the mankind happy and prosperous, we engineers continuously indulge ourselves in research and development. It's our kind responsibility to help in the upliftment of society as well as keeping our research intact and safe under the IPR laws. To identify the different facets of research paper writing and IP rights, I welcome you all for this induction program. Friends, now to convey the theme of this event, I request the coordinator and our principal, Dr. M. A. Chaugule sir, to convey the theme. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to all of you. Hope you are safe and taking care of yourself in the current pandemic situation. Today's chief guest, Colonel B. Venkat sir, Director, Faculty Development Cell, AICT New Delhi, Honorable Dr. P. K. Desai sir, President, IST New Delhi, Honorable President of Shanti Education Society, Sri A.G. Patil sir, Honorable Secretary, Sri S.A. Patil sir, Vice Principal J.M. Jaketia sir, all HODs and dear participants. I welcome you all on behalf of A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur for this 6 days online induction program on research paper writing and IP rights, which is sponsored by AICT IST in New Delhi. Our institute is established in 2008 and 4 programs are NB accredited. We have organized 3 slots of STTP sponsored by AICT New Delhi in the last year. Also 3 moderate proposals were sanctioned by AICT and 1 SPDP, that is Skill and Personality Development Center for SC/ST students, were sanctioned by AICT New Delhi. We all are aware about the importance of research paper writing and intellectual property rights. Writing research paper will help you to develop your reading skill. IPR is most important asset of nation. New innovation in startup is one of the major thrust areas of the present government. India ranks 46 at the Global Innovation Index to 2021 and Maharashtra ranks 2nd in India Innovation Index published by Government of India. Training on IPR has been key factor for the such a gem in Innovation Index. To cultivate this culture among academic fraternity, we are organized this induction program on research paper writing and IP rights. In this induction program, different topics related to research paper and IP rights are covered, like research methodology, measuring effectiveness of educational research, thesis research writing, types of intellectual property and artificial intelligence, etc. I would like to express my sincere thanks to AICT and IST for giving this opportunity to conduct this online induction program on research paper writing and IP rights. For this induction program, huge response we have received and 100 participants were shortlisted. So I request all the participants to take the advantage of this particular induction program. So I again welcome you all for this particular induction program. and thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I take the opportunity to introduce Dr. P.K. Desai, sir. We all are familiar with him. Dr. Desai has completed PhD in Mechanical Engineering from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He is working on design and development of femur bone prosthesis research. He has delivered keynote address in India and in abroad also. I would like to happy to convey you that he is the youngest ever president of IST. He is the member representing India in Global Deans Council. Also, he is the chairman of Indian Engineering Deans Council. He is the convener of Maharashtra State Technical Teachers Association. Dear friends, Dr. Desai has visited more than 35 universities across the globe in more than 30 countries, specifically to study the scenario of technical education. I go and continue for more than 30 minutes to introduce Dr. Desai, but we have a time limitation, and because of some technical hiccups, we have started a bit late of this inauguration function. So to curtain his introduction with these words, and I welcome him on behalf of our institute, A.G. Patil Polytechnic Institute, Solapur. I request Dr. P.K. Desai, sir, the president of IST in New Delhi, to address the audience. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, one and all present over here.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You are good to go. You are audible.
Yeah. There is some problem, I think, with my camera. So I may not be visible. I don't know whether I'm visible or not. Okay.
No,
Honorable,
you are pretty much audible, sir.
Honorable Chairman of Shanti Education Society, A.G. Patil, sir. Secretary, S.A. Patil. My very near and dear friend and the principal of this institution, Professor Khut. Other dignitaries present on this occasion. I must not forget to mention Colonel Venkat, the very dynamic leader of Faculty Development Cell of AICT, and who has played an instrumental role in reinitiating the scheme of IST, AICTE, FDP programs. Though a person from army, from a different sector, the way he is dealing with the education issues, right from new education policy to the upskilling the teachers, it's just amazing. So, great compliments to Colonel Venkat on this occasion. My dear friends, I told Coach sir that I have some meeting at 11 o'clock. So give me an opportunity to join early and leave early. But due to some technical glitch, I couldn't join in the time. Okay, no problem. I just would like to mention one thing at this point of time. The topic what you people have chosen, that is regarding the research, the intellectual research paper writing, and it's regarding IPR and all. It's very apt and important at this point of time. We all know that technical education system is passing through a very difficult patch now. People are talking, industry is talking about the dilution of the quality, deterioration of the class. And we all know about the climbing rate of unemployment in this field. And the specific reason, because why? Though this is the situation at one end, and on the other hand, our engineers are in the driving seat of a technological wagon of this world. You name any multinational company, any leading multinational company, and you will find around 30% of Indian engineers working there, not only working there, doing exceptionally good. Microsoft is working with 34%, IBM is working with 31%. Apple is again 36%. Any company, you name any company, and you will find minimum 30% of Indian engineers. We can say that, yes, our staff, our students, our engineers are adaptable to any situation. And employability is nothing but adaptability. That to me, right. One can be employable for one industry and he may not be employable for some other industry. That's when it's adaptability. So though we are adaptable, Though we are performing good at an international level, why is it so? Why is this situation in India? Here you will find many engineers either unemployed or underemployed. Some of them are getting salary less than a driver also. And to me, there are certain reasons. Number one is we are confused ourselves because our education system is shifted from knowledge centered education system to information centered. Knowledge, there is a confusion between in the words knowledge and information. We are confused. That is what I feel. Information is something different. Information, what you read, what we deliver into the classroom, what student they read in the books and prose out, that's information. It's just the information. Unless that information is processed, it will not get converted into knowledge. Yes, information is a mother of a knowledge, because from knowledge, through knowledge, information only you can process a knowledge. So unless that information is thought upon, that cannot be converted to knowledge, and only knowledge is not important. Unless that knowledge is converted into the technology that solves the people's problem. When knowledge is used to solve a people's problem, it becomes a technology. So this cycle is to be completed, conversion of the information into the knowledge and knowledge into the technology. Because conversion of the information into the knowledge is research, about which we are talking about now. So converting information into the knowledge is research, which needs a lot of money. So research needs money. Research converts money into the knowledge through information. So research is activity that converts money into the knowledge, and technology is activity. It's a tool that converts knowledge into knowledge. So this cycle is to be completed. If you do research, create some knowledge, and if that knowledge is not used to solve a people's problem, if that knowledge is not used to create a technology, then that knowledge, I would term it as an important knowledge. Knowledge of no use. See, research is all PhDs are the research scholars. Many of us do research for PhD. What happens to that PhD once you get a PhD? People say that, yes, I have done some research. I have a PhD. I think that I have done some research, but what happened to my research after that? If that research is not converted into the technology, that knowledge is important knowledge. And therefore, my dear friend, this cycle is to complete. What happened, see, since like almost, I remember 1928, Sir C.V. Raman got a Nobel Prize. And that was for his light effects, Raman's effect, we call it. That was the knowledge developed here. What happened to that research after that? Could we develop a technology on his research? Answer is affirmative. We couldn't do it. But US developed Raman scanner. So we converted information into the knowledge through research, but the conversion of the knowledge into the technology, that is making money, that business has done by US. Sir J.C. Bose, he for the first time in the history of the world talked about the wireless communication. What happened after that? Could we convert that research into the technology? No. The credit of the wireless communication that goes to Marconi. So they converted, they made huge money out of that. So therefore, unless we convert that knowledge, this thing in technology, knowledge into the technology, I think this cycle is not complete. This system will not become a sustainable system. Now, what is happening is, almost last year's figures, I will tell you, 2019 figures given in the Parliament by External Affairs Ministry. Figures are 7 lakh students went abroad, chose to go abroad for higher education. spending 10 billion US dollars. 10 billion. 10 billion is a huge number. It's greater than the total education budget of India. Why students are going there? Because they feel that US is a land of opportunity. Why US is a land of opportunity? Because they are converting knowledge into the technology, making money, lot of money out of that. We are not doing it. So yes, I do believe that it may be the land of opportunity, but believe me, our country is a land of ideas, land of intelligence. And unfortunately, we are not in the position to impart them a courage to pursue those ideas here. I think this is a step in making them aware to inculcate the research attitude, innovative approach into the students, into the faculty. Colleges, universities should be the center of knowledge creation of the knowledge, and not to create the graduates, not to generate the graduates. Research is very important, innovation is very important, because without innovation, there cannot be a nation. APJ Abdul Kalam once has said that curiosity leads to imagination. Imagination leads to thinking. Thinking leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to creativity. Creativity leads to blossom. Blossom leads to research. Research leads to innovation. And innovation builds a nation. So, my dear friends, unless we catch this train, catch this pace of going for innovation. Savile sir was talking about the Global Innovation Index. Yes, we were more than 100 number, and now we are in the top 46. But is it sufficient in a country like India? Because Mashilkar sir rightly talks about this. He said that unless you hit at the problems of the people staying at the bottom of economic pyramid of this world, you will not generate opportunity. There are huge opportunities if we tackle their problems. 85% of the world's population is at the bottom of economic pyramid of the world. They have access just to 12% of the wealth. Just 12%, 85% of them. More than 400 crore people in the world, their daily earnings are less than $2. Less than $2 a day. And unless we transform their lives, unless we take them into the mainframe, I don't think we just cannot think of changing the nation. Becoming number one, and I don't believe in number 1, 2, 3, and that. I just believe that unless those people have access to take a benefit of the technology, we can do nothing. And attempts have been done. Artificial leg was developed in US. Using that artificial limb, a person can walk, run, jump, and even play football. The cost of that artificial limb is $20,000 US. How many of us can afford it? Can those people, 85% of the world's population, can they afford it? Absolutely not. The same thing is developed in India under the name of Jaipur Fit. Its characteristics are same. The person can walk, run, jump, and play football using Jaipur Fit, and the cost of that is just $20. It's a successful attempt to attack the problem of people staying in the bottom of the economic pyramid. You can have an example of Nokia has done it. Unfortunately, Nokia is not in the market now. But the cost of the mobile sales offered by the Nokia were at the so minimum level that there are 98 crore mobile handsets in India now. Like they changed the entire paradigm, and therefore others also have to do that, have to follow that. So having a 98 crore handsets in India, it's a transform. We talk about the transformation in communication. It has happened because of the efforts of the Bharti Airtel, Reliance, Nokia, because in the world, we are the cheapest provider of the internet. Rates of the internet in India are very less. I keep on traveling abroad. I know what rates are there. So this type of innovation, we should not think of the affordability, but we should think of extreme affordability. Incubator has been developed The cost of the incubator is 7 to 7 lakhs around now, conventional incubator. And the incubator now developed by Stanford, it's a portable, it does not require any electricity. It can be taken to the jungles and can be taken to the huts. And the cost of that incubator is just $40. So research and innovation is always not rocket science. For that, we must be in the position to understand and realize the problems of the people, and to understand the problem of the people, you must be sensitive enough to the environment around. Unless you are sensitive, you just cannot understand the problem. And unless you understand the problem, because first step in the research is problem identification. So unless you identify the problem, you just cannot think of the solution for that. So my dear friends, I wish you all the best, because this is an attempt by A.G. Patil Polytechnic to inculcate how to write a research paper. Yes, it's a baby step, it's a little step. But definitely, if your direction is right, if at all you want to travel to Mumbai from Solapur, your direction of travel should not be towards Hyderabad, it should be towards Mumbai. However, baby step you take, one day you will reach Mumbai. I congratulate you for taking the right step at the right time. I wish you all the best for having this program. And I think registration is also good. People participation is also good. I hope all of you participants will have nice takeaways, good takeaways from this conference. I once again thank AICT and Colonel Venkat for their efforts, continuous efforts for upskilling the teachers. And I assure the fullest cooperation of the IST in all such endeavors. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Simply, I am speechless after listening to you. You have rightly pinpointed the problem of India, where we are currently standing and what the problems we have, including the information converting into the knowledge with the help of research, and taking that research to become a technology, which will be helpful for the societal applications. Thank you, Dr. Desai, for your kind words and letting us know where to do, what to do, and how to do. I'm very much happy to convey you, sir. More than 500 participants have approached us for registering this particular topic of research methodology and IP rights. Because of limitation, unfortunately, we have enabled only 100 participants. So we will be very much happy to conduct the phase 2 of the same event for the faculties, those who have not joined this particular phase 1. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your motivation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, sir.
Thank you, Chandra sir.
Thank you, sir. Desai, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Now, dear participants, hold your breath. I am going to convey the brief introduction of Colonel B. Venkat. He is a serving army officer from a technical branch, the Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering Division. He is having done his mechanical engineering from the Army Institutes. Having nearly 30 years of service experience and served in all the possible appointments of command, staff, and instructional across the country and the abroad. Colonel Venkat is presently at AICT and is handling faculty development related issues and releasing of grants through AICT AQIS scheme. The officer has a unique distinction of representing India as its technical military attachment to Russia, India-Russia collaboration in defense. The officer also handles AICT's important quality initiatives like NITTT, that is National Initiative for Technical Teachers Training, implementation of examination reforms, AICTE SLA, that is Students Learning Assignments, a new concept of 360-degree feedback, which is useful in NBA and NAC as well, the technical book writing, promoting to Indian regional languages, and processes for implementation of National Education Policy 2020. Again, because of some time limitation, I'm going to short his brief introduction. Please allow me for that. And without taking much time, I request Honorable Colonel B. Venkat Sir, the Director of Faculty Development Cell, AICT New Delhi, to guide the participants. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sachin sir. Thanks a lot for giving me a chance to be speaking, and it's a pleasure and honor to be getting connected with your virtual online platform. And what a pleasurable feeling that on a warm Monday morning that we
Thank you,
people
sir.
carry out an activity for benefit of fellow faculty members and fellow teachers. And it couldn't have been better, this activity coming from AG Patil Polytechnic Institute.
Right,
And
sir.
I compliment, thank you, sir. And I do compliment each one of you. I compliment everybody behind this particular activity who have put in very laborious efforts in the last, 3-4 weeks, in fact, more today to get situation where we are today. So all of us, basically the participants, attendees, everybody needs to appreciate this, that the minimum we and you and me together should be doing is at least we should be attending, we should be taking part, and we should make ourselves proud. This activity is meant only and only for one purpose, and that purpose happens to be when an institute of the caliber of AG Patil Polytechnic executes an activity in which they call the best resource persons on the subject, and the subject is basically research paper writing and IP rights. Now, this is very often spoken, very often executed, very often done by everybody, but unfortunately, as a country, we do not have larger research products coming out. We do not have our names at the international level. So a very beautiful activity started by the institute, and I think it is going to be highly beneficial to everyone who is connected. In fact, I would rather say this is a very help to me also. So from my schedule, whatever time I can spare, I would also be attending these sessions, because this is
Right,
where the
sir.
genesis of teaching lies. If
Right, sir.
today we can teach our teachers how to be correct in your research, how to write a research paper which is actually speaking warranted, you can teach the same to your students. And once you teach the same to your students, they also learn something from you. So this particular activity today is not only targeting faculty members, it is going about to target multiple number of students who are indirectly going to get connected with these faculty members. Thank you, Chowgle sir, the principal of the college of the institute, for inviting me and giving me a chance to be speaking. Thanks to the complete management. Thanks to each one who are not present online, but they are very much connected behind the stage for making this event a grand success by launch of today's inaugural activity. One word about I would also like to appreciate IST's role in these functions. IST is a body which has been working phenomenally towards the overall increase in the education. Every time we get connected with IST, we go back with very fond memories in the manner which they are driving this whole scheme. So this particular policy today is being mutually driven between AICT and IST, and that is how we get connected to you. So compliments to the IST, Desai sir and Vaidya sir and the individual chapters of IST in every state. Wishing you all the best, and thanks for your always a cooperative attitude. I would rather now leave this particular forum to be commenced as per the schedule and the conduct which has been spelt out. With best wishes to everybody, and if anybody wishes to interact with us, I've got a small request, and the request happens to be only one, which is to the participants. Please go back a better learned person from what you are now. Whatever you learn, please put it into your practice in your workplace. That is what is very important. Do not, for any sake, attend this workshop purely for a certification. There are many certificates you will get in your life. You will not even know how to use them. But something which you have learned is going to remain with you throughout. So thank you once again. Thanks, Sachin sir. Thank you, Chowgle sir, and the complete management. Best wishes and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
motivation. We all are energized and eager to listen in this induction. With the permission of dignitaries, I declare this event is inaugurated, and at the end of this inauguration function, on behalf of organizing, I am grateful to Colonel P. Venkat sir, the Director of Faculty Development, Delhi, Dr. P.K. Desai sir, the President of IST New Delhi, our Honorable President, Shri A.G. Patil sir, Secretary Shri Eshe Patil sir, Coordinator of this event and Principal Dr. M. A. Chowgure sir, Vice Principal Shri J.M. Jaketia sir, my colleagues and dear participants for sparing your valuable time, and it's been a great pleasure to host you all here. Thank you. With the permission of authorities, I declare the inauguration function is over and requesting all the participants to be online as we are starting the next session immediately in a minute. Thank you. Just give me a couple of minutes and we are inviting the next speaker to join us, and we'll start immediately with Dr. Avradeep Pal, the professor from IIT Bombay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Please bear with us for a minute. Thank you.